family friend show. Wow. Yeah, thanks, Mike. And he's doing a great job. But there's a lot unpacked today. Because if you read the flyer, right, we have white, we have black, now we have yellow. That's what's intended. And we have Mike Schneider's really, really tall. He's the tallest guy, white guy I've ever met. 6'6". He forgot to mention that. He should have mentioned that first. Yeah, I know. And also when I knew Mike Schneider 10 years ago, we did an open mic together. Way back. We go way back. But that was Mike plus 185 pounds ago. He just lost at 185. I'm so shocked to see him. Yes. So thank you for coming out. Yeah, so many things that he missed. Okay, he was a car salesman at the time when we started doing comedy, and he moved to Montana. He was car salesman. Now he owns a dealership in Montana. He's self-made. He's a millionaire. He's so successful. Look at me. I'm still telling dick jokes. So I would like to take his place. Yeah. And also Bob Carlson walked in today. The first comedian guest spot we did a comedy 10 years ago at the Uncle D's comedy. So happy to see him, and he did a guest spot. Yeah, he's funny. Yeah, thank you, Bob Carlson. And also, we have Wyatt walking in, another comedian. So give it up to all the comedians. It's getting before me. Yeah, you did a fantastic job. Yeah. So me, of course, thank you for waiting for the big crowd. They're just missing it. Yeah. And look at my shirt here. My shirt is Coca-Cola is promoting the rainbow color. It's not me, so I'm just, so give it all the rainbow people, right, because I know our lineup, they're very funny, that's why I wear my rainbow shirt, and thank you, Coca-Cola, yes. Man, so my name's Ying, and thank you for this table coming back, my return, favorite people, thank you, last time. Yeah, and for the people, first time you see me, you probably notice I look foreign. I look foreign? But, okay, good. But it's a tight ratio. I can say I'm Asian foreign. Okay, so, but don't worry about me, okay? Don't worry, because all my jokes are made in America. So I'm good, right? Yeah, very safe. I lived in Spokane 28 years. 28, but original, I'm from China. So I tell you, English is my 7th language. Yeah, how about that? Yeah, I speak that many languages. So if I have some accents, I want to apologize. I want to apologize for my very heavy Alabama accent, y'all. Bless your heart, y'all. Yeah, I recently moved. I moved from Spokane to Seattle to do comedy. Yeah, basically what I did is I traded in. I traded in my cul-de-sac house in a cul-de-sac to a room in the basement. Yeah, in Seattle. And it's not even my basement. I'm renting it. I'm renting the basement, and I got a roommate too. The roommate, we share a kitchen and a living room, but we do have each one have a room with a toilet. Wow. Yeah, every time I see that my room with toilet, I'm like, that is kind of luxury version of a prison cell. That's what my life is living, you know. But my roommate, and she said, Ying, you sounds like a pretty big house in Spokane. Why? You moved to Seattle. Everything's so expensive over here. You know, you can still do comedy in Spokane, right? So I was like, I thought about it. I was like, my youngest, my son, is second year in Seattle, University of Washington, UW. So I have been empty nester for a year and a half because I'm single mom. Okay, single mom, and I got some health issues. So I said, if I die in my big house, probably nobody's gonna find my body for 3 weeks. What do you think, right? Yeah, I did call 911 once. Now at least I got you, I got roommate. I said you can find my body next day, right? So my roommate, she got the message. It's Chinese Day. So now every morning she come to my door like, are you okay in there? So I had to answer her. I was like, yeah, I'm not dead yet. Sorry to disappoint you. I find my own body, so I'm okay. Yeah, so that's my realtor is here today, actually. Lonnie, yeah, thank you, Lonnie, for coming. Yeah, because I'm trying to sell my house. Like I said, I put it on the market. So if I sell my house, I'm totally out. Totally moved to Seattle now, right? So anyway, the second reason I moved to Seattle, of course, be closer to my son. Yeah, and I tried to get him to come out and have dinner with me. So hard. He's the second year in college. He's so busy. I mean, 3 months. I moved in January, so 3 months. I've ate lanzhou noodle 8 times, the Chinese food, and the hot pot 4 times, and there's some other thing, Thai food 5 times. I've only seen my son 2 times. Wow, I feel like the restaurant probably loved me better than my son. Yeah. So last time, that was a few weeks ago. Last time I saw my son during dinner, I was like, what's new? What's going on? And my son finally said, he's dating. He got a girlfriend. Wow, I was so excited. Because the whole 4 year of college, he did not have a girlfriend. I kind of feel guilty of that. I don't know, it's my title mom thing or something, but yeah. So now I'm like, 2nd year, he got a girlfriend. Wow, I'm very excited. It's like, during dinner, I was like, okay, tell me some juicy stories, right? My son says, oh, no, don't go there, okay? Don't get involved, okay? Nothing happening. Like, what do you mean, nothing happening? You guys been dating for 6 months, nothing happening? Something wrong, So my son said, my girlfriend's parents is a white girl, right? Her parents are fundamental Christians. Yeah. So her parents told her, no sex until marriage. I heard that, all of a sudden I was not happy. I was like, what about my son's happiness? I want the boy to have fun, right? I was not happy, so I said, okay, are you sure she's not using you to do her math homework? Yeah, they're both 2nd year college. They're both second. I was like, yeah, it's like, this doesn't sound right, Yeah, let's check on that, And my son said, well, okay, no, she wants to do it, but her parents was the one telling her not to do it. I'm like, this day and age, who listens to their parents? Nobody. Yeah, nobody. I keep telling her, look, you're 19, okay? I heard, 19-year-old boy, you are at your peak. Okay, want me to tell you more? You're a sexual peak. Gotta do it, okay? The girl said, okay, girl. Okay, for the girl, maybe she's gonna be at her peak 40. So, right? Cool mom by then. So you gotta show her your game, okay? Just do it, But now, do I sound like a very bad mom now? What's going on? Am I bad? No? Yeah, I'm on my son's side, right? If I had a daughter, maybe it's a different story, right? Because I was getting ready to talk as condom talk or safety talk, but now they're not doing it. That's not good. Yeah. So I'll follow up with the second. Next time I see him, I hope he's not virgin anymore. I'm very, very bad. Yeah, man, so I'm happy. Yeah. So that's that. Another thing I want everybody knows, from very young age, probably like elementary school, middle school, I noticed I was very different. I did a lot of stupid shit growing up in China, but I want to fast forward. I also did a lot of stuff in America, because that's more relatable, because you guys know that if I have a 3 hour to kill, I will tell my Chinese story, right? But anyway, so if you guys remember 2015, Spokane, finally we got a celebrity. Remember that woman, Rachel Dolezal? Rachel Dolezal, right? She was born and raised white woman, but she identified herself as black. Remember that? Yeah. So when I read that in newspaper and watched on TV, and I was like, wow, I became a fan instantly. Yeah, I was like, wow, I was amazed by this woman because I was born Chinese, but I identify myself as a Greek. Yeah, I just love everything about Greek, their books, the philosophy, history, and the statue of David. My favorite. I love that one. That's a Greek, because it's this beautiful statue with a very small penis, right? Smaller than the Asian people, But it was, for some reason, I don't think that's like proportional that way. Just like something gotta be in there. But anyway, so I was very excited. I ran into my friends. I can't wait to tell her, my Chinese friend, about this Richard Dollars thing. Like, wow, she's a pioneer and everything. My friend says, are you crazy? This woman, she's a liar. She appropriation of black people culture and all that, tried to set me straight. So like, what? Did you watch CNN? She is the only one put Spokane on the map. Otherwise, who the fuck knows about Spokane, right? It's this woman. She did it, right? And then my friend said, no, okay, so you're into celebrity thing, what's going on? Let's say she is a celebrity, but she's probably the D graded and F graded celebrity. I'm like, D graded, F, we're lucky we get one. Who cares? The last time Spokane had a celebrity is Bigfoot. Big Crosby. Yes, the Big Crosby. It's like Bigfoot. So we're lucky to have him. So I follow her on Facebook and was texting her. She probably think I'm a stalker because I stalk her. And also bought her book. I bought her book. I read the book. I kind of actually like everything about her in that book except two things. She said in the book that she braided her hair, dyed because she's blonde hair. Blue, I think she made like black people's hair, right? And I guess so that she have one reason to say, don't touch my hair. That's the thing. And also she tanning. She said in her book, dark brown. So go tanning. So I'm like, why did she do that? I didn't like that because you want to have a policeman, one more person to shoot at her. What's going on? Yeah. But I remember one thing though in her book, page 395. 395, she said, because she married a black guy, had a mixed race kids, but in her book she said she had never experienced orgasm from black, because she dated a different black guy. But on page 395, she said, just one time in her life, she experienced by a white guy. Yes, and they just casual dating. Yeah, one night stand. And she said this white guy gave her orgasms. Like, wow, give it up to white people. Wow. Yeah, this is transracial. What do you think? She is telling the truth, okay? So she is, I believe she's saying, I from her book, I kind of feel like maybe black dick is overrated or something. So white people, you're good. That's okay. So let's move on. Because everybody, I think, in Spokane hated her. I'm the only fan now. Wow. Yeah. I'm the only fan, yeah. I need to demand to see the naked picture, right? But anyway, so one thing I do want to clear it up. I said I was originally from China, but I am American, though. I am American by choice. Yes, guys. American by choice, when I say that, I feel like I'm saying I am a born-again Christian. Yeah, you actually have to think about it. You have to weigh pros and cons about it, right? Not like my two kids, because I have two children, okay? They're like, my water broke, so they rush to the hospital, boom, they're boom. I call my kids, they are American by chance, right? Like, probably all of you are American by chance, which I say very weak, okay? Very no-brainer. Wow, okay, just because you're there, it's like, that's why participation trophy is a thing in this country, right? Yeah, for me, it's not easy, actually, to be American by choice. Yeah, because for one thing, we have to give up our Chinese passport, because the Chinese government, they don't recognize the dual citizenship shit. Yeah, so that's when I sent it in, San Francisco, the embassy. They cut it, the corner, sent it back, okay? Yeah, and also the Chinese government is kind of like, they don't like that you're loyal to two tribes. You have to pick a team. So after I picked Team USA, USA, yeah. And the Chinese government said, get the fuck out of here. So I got out, I got the blue American passport. But it's easy for me to say here, but at the time, actually, it was a struggle. My family back in China, I remember my mom called me, right, just like a couple weeks before I went into the ceremony. And she said, Ying, you have your green card, right? So you have your green card, you have your freedom to travel back and forth between US and China. Why? You want to become America, citizenship, right? And then she said, you want to vote? You want democracy? Is that what it is? At the time, I was like, I didn't want to argue with her. I already made up my mind. So I said, yeah, I want to vote. So my mom voted me out of her will. Yeah, she voted first, But at the time, I said, who cares about her shithole apartment? But that was 2003. See, 20 years later, her shithole apartment worth $1.3 million. Yeah, in Beijing, China. I feel like I just killed myself or something. And she and my dad together, they have 3 apartments. In Beijing, China is the most expensive real estate. It's about to Hong Kong, that level now. Wow, I didn't know that 20 years ago. But still, my brother was the worst. Yeah, my brother called me a traitor on the phone, and he said, don't come back, just stay in the US, right? So that's why, guys, I love this country, because we already have a traitor here, and his name is Trader Joe. Yeah. One time I was doing this joke in Idaho, right? Some audience in the side, yeah, that Trader Joe, get him out of the White House, right? So I said, oh, that's not that joke, it's not that joke. It was the organic guy, right? I went to pick up some organic stuff. All of a sudden, Joe is taking all the blame from a trader like me, yeah. So don't get Joe messed up, all right, guys? Yeah. So I want to talk about last year, April. Actually, April 1st, Fool's Day, April 1st, I quit my day job. Yeah, to do comedy full time. It's a big, wow, this is anniversary. Wow, so I got my coworker, Dave, come here, thank you, and he came to all my shows. Thank you, Dave, yeah. And I worked for Department of Ecology for 25 years, like 12 years for the water quality, which is to clean up the wastewater. Okay, and another 12 years is for water right, the water resources. So it's on the both sides of the water. One thing I learned, I really appreciate those years of working in ecology, it's about salmon. Wow, what a surprise. The salmon is amazing because you clean up the water. The discharge meet the standard. It's for salmon to survive in the stream. And then the water resources, we issue water right. So the people, we control that, so people cannot pump too much water out of the stream. So you gotta have enough water for salmon to survive, right? So I learned everything about salmon, the salmon's life cycle, all that, and what kind of an environment the salmon survive. So, but then after I learned the life cycle of salmon, the male salmon got my attention. It's amazing, because they after the 7 years, right, in the ocean, the salt water, they swim upstream back to the fresh water for salmon spawning, right? But you know what? The salmon, they don't mate. I don't know why the male salmon even do that. So as you imagine, maybe somehow the female salmon trick the guy salmon, right? Says, yeah, it's very good. Go follow with me, right? We're gonna swim upstream, like 800 miles to the source where they were born, right? And during the whole journey, okay, don't jerk off, okay? You gotta hold your sperm, right? And then of course during that whole journey, you have to jump over the dams, the fucking fucking human built them, right? Now they call it the fish ladder. You gotta go up the fish ladder, and then of course along the way, the bears, right? The bears gonna catch us, right? They're doing all that, and then we go back to the, by the time the salmon made it to where they were born, it's about 20%. Probably, yeah, all 80% will die along the way. So why the male do that? Once they get back to the fresh water, the female lay the egg, and then the males come like, just release the sperm like, carry bombing something. And then they both die. It's like, what the fuck they're doing? I mean, to me, their whole life, after I learned life cycle, there's just no pleasure. It's all hard work, So salmon is all about family values. Talking about, that is a salmon, family values, So I'm like, we'll watch Hollywood movie, they're like, Batman. Why Batman? Isn't that bad? Give us coronavirus? Right? Why Batman fucking hero? And then the Spider-Man. The salmon is like, why the Spider-Man is a hero, I bet Mike Snyder is 6'6", but when he see spider, Spider, I was afraid of a spider. When I was little, when I was elementary, middle school, I played golf with the ants, but I never played. I water them, right, draw them, but never mess with a spider. Okay, so spider's a bad guy. So why the spider is the hero movie? I don't get it. I think the Hollywood, if you're listening, make the salmon the hero. That's my point. Yes, salmon is the fucking hero. Look how the journey there goes through, right? Just to lay the fucking eggs, right? And then you eat the meat and everything. So I don't know, if I get into movie industry, I will make the salmon my hero. Yeah. Not spider, not the fucking bat. Okay. Yeah, I think, right, Mike? You got money, you can make stuff. Wow. Okay. So we got how many? We got 3 hours to kill tonight? Okay. And I'm trying to tell my life story. I came to this country by boat, where you guys are busy building a wall. Okay, nobody buying that. Okay, you're too smart. All right. I actually flew in. Are you taking a break?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, come back. Okay.
I will.
Anyway, so
I over here to this.
Okay, I came to United States, to University of Idaho, Moscow, Idaho. Moscow, Idaho. That's where I get my master's degree. Moscow, Idaho. What are they famous for these days? Moscow, Idaho? Quadruple murder?
That's right.
Yes, and also they caught the killer, right? The killer that was working on his PhD degree in the criminal justice department. Wow, in Pullman. And that's where I got my first job, is in Pullman, WSU. So they're kind of ruining both places for me. I'm not proud anymore in both places. Wow. So I was like, when I heard the news, like, for a criminal justice department student, don't you think they should teach the kids there? Class number 1, do not kill people. Yeah. Apparently they forgot that. So anyway, I got to University of Idaho getting my master's degree in chemical engineering, right? But within 6 months, I started hearing Asian stereotypes. Yeah, first one I heard. Asian people, especially Chinese, eat dogs. You all heard that? Asian people eat dogs, right? So like, wow, really? Because I grew up in China, never eaten dogs. People I know, friends, family, never. Nobody ever eat dogs. And even the market, the meat market, I've never seen sell dog meat. But we got here, we eat dogs. Wow. I look around the cafeteria, okay? University of Idaho, I look at their menu, cafeteria, like, guess what, America? You eat dogs. Yeah, not only you eat dogs, you eat hot dogs. Wow. What is wrong with you? Chinese people, they only eat ugly dogs. Yeah. For the sexy ones, they breed them for pets. Yeah. And you American, look at them. I don't know about this menu here, but your menu, you eat all kinds of dogs, okay? You eat corn dogs, chili dogs, and Snoop Dogg, right? All right, okay, the last one, you don't eat him, right? You just make him rap once in a while, but go to any Chinese restaurants, okay, to see if there's dogs on the menu. Nothing. Yeah. Second stereotype I heard, because I was the learning driving, because I bought my first car in America, and also learned driving here, also in this country. That's why I love this country, right? So when I started learning drive, I heard the second stereotype: Asian people are bad drivers. Heard that? Asian people are bad drivers, right? I was wow. I cannot believe that, because every summer when I went back to visit my brother at the time, he had 2 cars, right? So when I go back, he always liked to take me to a spin to the freeway, And it was like, wow, every 10 minutes I feel like we're gonna have an accident or have a heart attack or something. It's always like race car driving. His skill just amazing. When we got home, I always check his car to see like, is it scratch? No scratch at all. So now we got here. Now we're bad drivers. And I was like, are you saying we're technically bad or we just don't give a fuck about rules? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I want to tell you though, in University of Idaho though, I met my first husband. Yeah, so first husband, and he worked there. He's a staff. He just keep dropping notes in my mailbox. So before I knew it, I was pregnant. Wow, it's not proud, okay? So I was pregnant first. So the second year, within 1 year, during that second year, I did 4 things. I was delivered baby. My daughter was born December. I graduate. What else? I married. Yeah, when I was 7 months pregnant, we got married and everything. So any one of those things, it would be big, huge deal for a white girl. But immigrant me just did it all, right? But that after we got married though, my ex-husband, he always tell me his parents are, he is a German descent. His parents are from Germany during World War II. Yeah, he always said life was so hard during World War II and how his parents survived the Holocaust. So I hearing that enough time, I was like, yeah, of course they survived Holocaust because they're Nazis. Yeah. Both is clear. If Nazis don't survive Holocaust, who survived Holocaust, right? Yeah. But that was not the reason we eventually ended up divorced. Because one time I find out he's a bumper sticker in his pickup truck. The bumper sticker says, "Free Tibet." I'm like, wow, how do you know about Tibet? What do you mean by free Tibet? Because I feel like if I see a white guy, bumper sticker says free Tibet, it's kind of like me saying, independent of Texas, right? How do you feel about that, right? Yeah, and I asked him about how does he know about what type, I said, Tibet belonged to China officially 700 years ago, and I was like, 1,500 years ago, when the Europeans are struggling with the Black Death, that's when Tibet belonged to China, right? So I kind of figured, this guy's stupid. I need to get out. So that's how we ended up divorce. It's not Nazis okay, but free Tibet is not. Right? At the time, and my daughter was 5-year-old and a 6-year-old or something. So after we divorced, I think it's in 1999. Yeah, I am that old, right? At that time, online dating just started, right? So it's like, wow, all of a sudden, although I'm single mother, 1 baby, but I'm free. I got on online dating, It's like, wow, I couldn't believe this thing, because you can put a profile picture, you can actually say what do you want in a guy. That's amazing. That is American dream, And I have engineering background, so my thinking very linear thinking. So like, okay, first time, if Nazi don't work, your enemy's enemy is your friend, right? Your Nazi's enemy is Jewish, right? So second time, I gotta go with a Jewish guy, Jewish people, yeah. So in the profile, yeah, it's very embarrassing for Asian women to admit. You're talking about there's an Asian fetish in this country, but you know what? In Asia, in Asian countries, especially China, they just love white guys. Yeah, I know it's very embarrassing, very to admit. Nobody knows. That's a secret. Nobody knows. So because now I have a freedom, right? In the profile, I actually said this. I'm looking for a blonde hair, blue-eyed guy, prefer Jewish. Wow. Very Jewish. Race is bad. Now I can say very bad. At the time, I didn't know. I just thought, that's American dream. Wow. And also, it was not felt popular at all. Online dating, it's shameful. It's kind of like you're shopping for a piece of meat, right? So you don't tell people. You keep it secret. Yeah. But I did. I couldn't believe it. Within 3 months, this guy responded. He responded, and sure enough, he's Jewish, he's blonde and blue. Wow. I didn't write email to several other guys, but this guy, we corresponded a few months. I decided to meet him. True story. Yeah. So we met, and of course, the rest of the story that we have a son together. Yeah, with a Jewish guy. Wow, it's just I did not even go out with other guys. It just means I was kind of racist. I don't know, can you say racist? But when people ask us, how do we meet? We just say, yeah, we met at the library. Because online dating is shameful. But at least that's an improvement, because the first time around when I met my first husband, I was not even in the meat market. Right? I was just taken out. I did not date at all. Yeah. So second time, there's a little bit improvement. But this Jewish guy though, he always tell me, he's a Jewish that, Jewish this, and I kind of got tired of hearing that. I said, well, after a few years, I said, well, but you look white to me. Why you always make a big deal about Jewish people? If you go on the street, I cannot tell you apart. You are Jewish people or just regular white. There was other reasons. Another reason, I think I forgot which election time, and he told me, he said he wanted to hold a sign to the intersection of street to say, anyone except Republican. Yeah, it was like, wow, really? He's a Democrat, definitely, right? That's what he said. I was like, okay. That's okay. But a Democrat, the problem is that sometimes they let you pay your bill. Like, go to a restaurant, like, wow, I know. So, like, what about take care of family? So, fast forward, okay, when my son is 10 years old, we eventually ended up divorced. Yeah, second time. It's the second time. Wow, that's bad. And that was actually about the time I started doing open mic. 2013, I remember, yeah. Because I was single again, now with 2 kids. So it was like, afterward, nothing to do, I started going to open mic. I open mic, Spokane is a place, it's a 92% white. Do you agree? Yeah, before I did comedy, I have never met a black person within 6 feet. That's a COVID distance, right? Yeah. Never talked to a black person, never. So when I did an open mic in comedy, Mike, you can correct me. We have 3 black guy comedians. So I was sitting there listening to them. So I'm very fascinated about black people's life and their life stories and everything. Like, wow, this is amazing, But they have a rule about comedy. Says rule number 1: you don't date audience. Yeah, and I think within a year or something, I just dated a black guy in the audience. I just broke the rule number 1. Yeah, it was very bad. Yeah, and this guy turned out he's from Africa. He's not American black. He's from Africa, and you all heard the story about Nigerian prince from email, right? I was getting a lot of those emails asking for money and everything. I never fall for that, never. But turned out I met a Nigerian prince in person. Yeah, this guy actually from Ghana. It's not from Nigerian, but he telling me all these tall tales, and I believed it, right? First time his father died, so he need to go back to Ghana, but he didn't have money, right? Like boom, 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 just give him money. Like 6 months later, he said his father died, like didn't your father just die 6 months ago? Right? He said, oh, this is stepdad. Wow. Just money again, yeah. So anyway, so two father died. I don't know how many money just gone, right? But even that, I tell you, we eventually he moved in with me, with his daughter. Yeah, I was crazy. I was crazy as hell. Right. So fast forward again. Okay, 2 years later. After my bank account, I look at, oh, it's 325 left. Something wrong right here. It's not good, something wrong, right? So we ended up, we didn't marry, okay, that's a good thing. We didn't marry, so we broke up. And when, at the time we broke up, and his daughter says, can I stay? I was like, yeah, you can stay. So his dad moved out, and his daughter stayed with me. I ended up eventually adopting her daughter as my own daughter, yeah. That's why I have 3 kids. I have 2 biological and 1 black daughter. Very proud, yeah. But I'm just trying to fast forward my life story. Oh, okay, where am I? But now I'm a single mother for 3 now. Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's good.
That's good.
Yeah, and actually my daughter, the black daughter, she joined the Air Force. Yeah, she joined she turned out really good. Yeah, I was very proud.
Military families, right?
Yeah, military family. Yeah, now so I'm gonna want to get back to the work thing. Dave's there. During pandemic, everybody worked from home, right? So logging, we have a staff meeting once a month or something. So everybody log in the Zoom. I was working at the time, and nobody showing their face. Everybody black square. You know that you use the Zoom, right? Only the boss talking show their face. So all of a sudden, I look the sea of black squares. I notice their name, right? Because no face, just name. So all of a sudden I noticed there was 5 names Kevin, 3 names David, and just 1 Ying. Like, wow, there's 3 names Karen. And so I was like, what is going on? So I was thinking, am I the diversity hire? Yeah, it was during pandemic I realized I might be. So I need to get out of here, right? During the whole time I saw they hired me because my math skill. Not at all. During the whole 25 years I worked for state, only 1 time my math skill was asked for. I got a coworker. She said, Ying, I got a math question. Very embarrassing. Don't tell anybody, okay? So I have not told anybody 10 years until now. I'm mine, right? And she said, how do you convert? Can you lower the? Hi, Adam. Can you lower the volume? I cannot hear myself. Yeah. Just quiet. Okay. I'm telling you some really good stories. Okay. Can you convert 75% to fraction? I was like, wow, really? Yeah, that's a math question. So I said 3/4. She said 3/4. You mean 75 cents? I was like, wow, how clear you want to be? So I was like, it's 3/4. How about that? Yeah. She got it. So I gave her more example of 15% convert to fraction, 45%, all the other. Yeah. I was like, wow, I couldn't believe it. So it's not the math skill. I tell you, my job, I think anybody can do my job. Yeah, anybody. So what do you do? Sir, technician, definitely you can do my job. Because my job as a state engineer, all you have to do is just master the skill of jargons, okay, acronym. If you can know that, I'll give you an example. One time I was on the phone working for water resource program. Somebody wants to get a permit. So I keep telling him, I said, well, you gotta go to BLM, get their permit first. If you can get that, you come back and get our permit, right? And he's like, a couple, minutes back and forth, and he said, why do you keep mentioning BLM? I don't do that. So I was like, you got a problem with the Bureau of Land Management? That's our acronym. Okay, you didn't get it? Yeah, Bureau of Land Management, yeah. So, but my favorite acronym is BPJ. BPJ I use a lot every day because if I do a PowerPoint presentation, people say, how'd you get that result? I said, BPJ. BPJ stands for Best Professional Judgment. Best Professional Judgment. If I make a mistake, you guys are taking off? Okay. Yeah,
We're just moving to a secondary table.
Yeah, okay. So, because my BPJ, so I use BPJ all day long. And during the pandemic, I was working from home. My son heard it, right? He heard it so much, and he said, I can do BPJ. So I said, okay, what is your BPJ? How do you do that? And he said, I can make peanut butter and jelly sandwich. That's not exactly BPJ, right? But pretty close, right? Peanut butter jelly sandwich, yeah. So now I think we're past 9 o'clock, so we can do some dirty joke now.
Yay!
Yeah, thank you. So recently I learned a new word, okay? A new word, asexual. Anybody knows the asexual? I heard that word before. I heard that. I just assumed I know what it meant. Asexual. You know, there's a alpha group over there. Because I just assume, asexual means somebody is very powerful sexually, right? Because A is always better than B, right? A is the best. You want to get grade A and not grade B, right? So those are asexual, just I'm assuming, okay? Just asexual just means alpha. Alpha male and the females, they're horny all the time, they fuck a lot. I was assuming. Turned out asexual means no sex. Wow. That means somebody's not interested in sex. Zero sex. Yeah. So after I learned that, it was very shocking to me. I was shocked, actually. It's like, I don't know, it just don't make sense. But then it's like, okay, now I know what asexual means. I can borrow this word. I can use it. Okay, I can use it. The reason is ever since I started menopause. Let me see the room. Wow, now everybody's quiet. Yeah, because nobody want to mention that word, menopause, right? Because once you say it, people just automatically assume Ying is not fuckable anymore. Yeah, once you say that, but in reality, that is not the case at all, guys. Women, ladies, yeah. The menopause, it just means, okay, on one hand, it just free birth control, right? Yeah. We don't have to worry about plan B anymore, any pill anymore, right? So some days I feel very powerful, very in the freedom. A lot of times I feel like a man. How about that? I feel like a man. Yeah. And a lot of times I just tell the partner, come inside of me. Yeah, please. Right? That's what menopause means. Just come inside, right? But of course, some other days, we do have down days, right, ladies? But you know what, menopause, I have never experienced the hot flash. No. I don't know, Asian woman or something, I got cold feet. No hot flash at all. But some other days, so on the other days when I'm not feeling it, I'll just tell, there's hey, I'm taking the menopause right now. Leave me alone. Yeah. But still, even you say that, right? It's very negative. Every time you mention, man, I'm very negative. So now, after I learned this new word, asexual, I can use this to help me as my sexuality. It's going through phases. Right now, I'm in asexual phase. Yeah, leave me alone for a while, And also, when you say asexual, all of a sudden, I feel like I need to belong to a group. LGBTQ, they left. The group should be LGBTQ plus A. Wow, I belong to that community. Yeah, they should include A. Yeah, so it's very powerful. All of a sudden, I don't feel embarrassed at all. No embarrassment anymore. It's like I also belong to a community. So this is great. So how are we doing, everybody? Yeah, thank you. We're still getting people's attention. Good. We're losing some people though. Wow. Yeah, they're okay. So let me. So how's my English doing so far? My English good? Yeah. I want to tell you, I learned my English from Fox News. Yes, no kidding at all. When I first got here, My English was very bad. The professor, I was a student, right? Nobody else understand me, but I can understand the professor about 65% when I lecture. So very frustrating. So the professor said, okay, I have a recommendation. Go watch TV. Watch TV, it will help you listening, right? So I got a cable TV at the time, right? I was like about 65 channels. I go through each channel. I don't understand any of the channel. They're like, talking, right? And then just go back and forth. The clicker. All of a sudden, this one channel got my attention. It's Fox News. Because those anchors, they're very passionate. They're like pounding the table, you know, like they're like talking down on you. Like I look at it, wow, that sounds familiar. You know, like China, you know, like they're talking down on you in the propaganda. Like wow, I miss family, I miss China now. So I zoom in Fox News, right? I watch like 5-6 hours every day. 6 months later, I understand what they're saying. Every word. That's how good, you know. After 6 months, after I understand what they're actually saying, I realize I'm a liberal Democrat. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Are we still okay? I don't know. Airway is a conservative community or what, but you know, people changing. But yeah. So I still remember the first day when I landed. You know, my English was very awful, you know, and the first day when you pass the custom, the immigration thing, I gave them the form that we fill it out, right? And then the officer look at the form, look at me and not happy. She was pounding, look at what you got in there. Your form, right? Filled out. I look at form, after they ask your name, birthday, they ask for sex. So what I put in the form is once a month. Wow. Yeah, because as an immigrant, you gotta be honest, right? You know. And second thing, I'm new here. I don't know nobody. Once a month sounds pretty good to me. Yeah. And turned out they're asking for gender after talking but it's like gender because sex and gender in Chinese totally different translation. We got. Yeah, two words, totally different. And plus, I kind of nowadays, if you ask Facebook gender, they're probably 50 plus of them. Right? So it makes sense. But I was glad at the time they didn't ask me how. I was like, how? I would say by hand. Right? That would be good. Yeah. But you guys cannot blame me, the English confusion, because you got so many words that very confuse me. I'll give you another example, okay? You got a word going, this word, blowjob. How about that? This word, blowjob, yeah. Turned out, it don't mean blow. It means suck a dick. Wow. Jeez, this English just again. Because I remember the German, the Nazi ex-husband, he one time asked for a blowjob. So I went to bathroom and came out with a blow dryer. Maybe that's why I ended up divorced. I don't know. I don't blame him. My bad. How's my time doing? I just lost the time. I was like, no. Anybody can look at your time and see what's going on here? No. Okay. So I need to keep going, right? I need to keep going. All right. So I got more. I got 3 hours to kill, right? So one time, a few years ago. What time is it, Mike? 9:15. Okay, I can do 10 more minutes. So one time, my mom told me, I went back to China. Right? My mom told me I was an accident. She's like, yeah, I was just asking her why she treated me so bad growing up. She treated me really bad, and she said I was accident was not planned baby. So now all of a sudden I'm very curious. Okay, planned baby. Wow. So show of hand if you're a planned baby. Your parents actually wanted nobody. Nobody is a planned baby. All right, that's good. Okay, you and Dave, that's good. So two of you, your parents really wanted you. Are you a planned baby? So are you saying your mom looking at a calendar, right? Point the date. My egg comes through. Fuck me tonight. Is that how it is? Yeah, that's how you conceive your parents. Looking at a calendar. All right. For the rest of you. long line of broken condoms. Is that it? I asked my mom that. My mom says, no. At the time, China didn't have a condom. They don't use condom. I'm like, wow, if they don't use condom, I was an accident. That sounds even worse. So I was like, are you saying my dad screwed up his pull-out game? What's going on? Oh. My mom says, no. At the time, she was old. She said she already had two older brothers, sister. So she was 45. She thinks she's done with kids. All of a sudden, she got pregnant again. And she said she spent the first 7 months trying to get rid of me. That's like, get rid of me. How? How you get rid of me? Because I know at the time China didn't have the coat hanger. The one I'm like, how do you get rid of me? Like, you use chopstick? I was like, chopstick, right? Yeah, man. No, it's not. Yeah. That's a joke. That's a joke, though. Yeah. So my mom said no. My mom said no. She said she was jumping stairs and threw herself, to try to, a natural abortion. Yeah, didn't get it. And also the doctor told her this is a breech baby, which means the fetus, wrong position. The feet is down, the head is up. So I was like, Statue of Liberty, inside, yeah. So anyway, so the doctor told her she had to roll it around to get the fetus turned around. So she did that, so eventually it was still a very difficult birth. That's why she hated me ever since I was born. Wow. So anyway, I'm losing people. What's going on? I'm losing people. Am I still funny? Yeah. All right, so I think
drinking.
Yeah, drinking. So I probably need to wrap it up, okay? Wrap it up. So in Seattle, okay, I moved there 3 months. A lot of open mic comedy, a lot of shows. I noticed one thing. A lot of comics come to the mic and says, I'm pansexual. So it's another new word, like pansexual. What's going on? So I called my daughter. My daughter lives in Olympia. She works there, right? So that she is my go-to person. If I have a English word question or cultural questions, and so I called her. I said, Asia, I got a question. Pansexual. I don't understand because I have so many pens and I collect a lot of pots and pans. I have not found any of them sexual.
Exactly.
So is that I got a problem? What's going on? What's wrong with me? Right. So my daughter said, Mom, hey, hold on. Pansexual just means someone, man or woman, doesn't matter. Okay, just someone they don't discriminate. Yeah, they love man, woman. Gay, lesbian, transgender, they pretty much love everybody. So whenever that, I was like, wow, that sounds so desperate. So can I go back to find maybe one of my pants or sex or something, right? I want to go back to that. Anyway, I think that's enough for our comedy night. Hope you guys have fun. Yeah, thank you. Small, medium, large, extra large. If you want to buy my merch, American by choice. Yeah. You can still decide to be American, right? Yeah. Okay. So, and also, if you like our comedy, we have a tip jar. You can tip us. And thank you for coming. Yeah, thank you very much. Back there, you come late. Thank you, everybody. And okay, let's bring Mike Schneider back. And okay, thank you very much, everybody.